Here's the thing. Rihanna makes dudes so crazy, right? She broke up with this nigga Drake. He don't even want to date adults no more. Hey, I'm allowed to think it's weird. I can think it's weird that he's texting teenage girls and dating girls as soon as they turn 18. I can think it's weird. I can think that shit's weird, man. And Drake's still one of my favorite artists, right? He's still one of my favorite artists. Like, what's that one song where he's like, where the fuck should I really even start? 30-year-old women, nigga, that's where, okay?
Hey, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, yes, I am in bed, but it's a king-size bed. So it's basically like an office for a lot of you niggas because you don't have a headboard and shit. But yeah, I'm in bed because I'm just tired and lazy. It has been a long 3 months of touring, getting this new podcast up, getting the ads together, because this show is brought to you by Ease, where you can use the code Niles Podcast to get 35% off your first order. Shout out to Ease. But yeah, this last 3 months has been very draining. Touring, podcasting, getting ads together, and then getting this new hour set together to do this past weekend. That was amazing. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you. But this is a good episode. I'm with the homie John Becker, who is the director of my new documentary that I will be dropping next month on January 11th. Basically, kind of covering the last couple months, what I've been doing, and leading up to the shows that I did this past weekend. This new hour set is going to be crazy. I just got some big news concerning it. We got some cool shit coming for you guys next year, so be tuned in for that. But yeah, enjoy this episode. Order your Ease, get that weed. Happy holidays. Enjoy your families. Enjoy your friends. If you're back in your hometown, like I will be, just be patient and you'll survive. But yeah, enjoy this episode. Thank you for just being a part of Niles Abston's big ass house party. Thank you for supporting me this year. This has been a crazy year. And I really appreciate everybody that's listened, shared, came to a show, all that shit. And y'all are great. So enjoy this episode. Thanks, guys.
Trapped out, trying to get them bands in my black tee. Lost count, I don't know a thing, but don't ask me. Pressure came, and these niggas ran like a track meet. Goofy niggas always pop up like acne. Actually, I can only go.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of Niles Abston's Big Ass House Party, the #1 party podcast in the world. Send me your party stories, DM them, email them, whatever, so I can read them live on air. I like making fun of you niggas. It's really funny. But I'm here today with the homie John Becker, man. We are finally done with the shows. Thank you to everybody that came out. Thank you to everybody that performed. Sold the show, both shows out, overflow in both shows. Thank you to Ease for sponsoring. Thank you guys for buying those tickets. I have money to pay the comics and donate to True Colors United. They're fighting LGBT youth homelessness. So, happy holidays to y'all. Thank you so much for that. But here we are, another episode. We living good. We just did the shows, so we're gonna start off. Hot. John, can you give the party, what should I call the people listening to this podcast? The partiers? That's lame.
No, yeah.
That's lame.
Gonna act like that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's lame. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Party people.
The party people. What kind of?
Still kind of corny.
That is still kind of corny. What kind of story can you give to the listeners?
Okay.
Party story.
Well, first off, anyone listening, you should definitely tweet at Niles what the flock of listeners should be called.
Right.
If you can beat partiers or party people, then it's not that hard.
You should be able to. That's terrible.
But shit, we just had a long ass weekend, and past couple of weeks actually, we've been kind of planning of doing different stuff for how we can show off Niles, tour. He's been on 8 different cities, right?
Yeah.
And just kind of how we can show that off. And we decided we're going to make a documentary and just kind of like showing a lot of these different independent tour and venues that he went to, showing his life on the road, and then also kind of what life is like, you know, him going around to different shows here in LA. And boy, did we get some great footage.
We got some great footage, and it's all going to kind of culminate into basically what happened last night, like getting to that point, and how the tour kind of got me ready to do that show. So yeah, that'll be dropping on January 11th. So if you listen to the podcast, you know about it before everybody else. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I can't wait to put it out.
I'm very excited for it.
It's like something. It's definitely something different. Like I've never made something so personal. I think because comedy specials are personal, but like this documentary thing is literally just like following me around with the camera. So it's just very candid. I'm not prepared for anything. I'm just very talking off the cuff, and things just kind of happen and cool things happen. So I think you guys will like it a lot. So that'll be dropping January 11th next month. We're really excited about it. So
shit, we sat down for like 3 or 4 different interviews and just like sitting down talking for 20 minutes to like just get some stories of what life was like on the road, how it was kind of getting to this point, and kind of what made him just being like, fuck it, we're going on the road, find where it will book me. Yeah. Fucking selling out shows, every single one.
It's been a blessing. Like all of you guys that come to the shows, like y'all really bless me. Y'all are really good to me. So I really appreciate it. So, you know,
the energy last night was insane.
It was electric. Both shows was just crazy. I mean, somebody threw up before the show started. That's how big the energy was in the building. Like everybody was just ready. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me like you did. Like if you came to those shows last night, you really saw some dope shit. Not just from me, but from the other people that were on the show as well. Shout out to all of them. So thank you for supporting us. I really appreciate it. So got that out the way. We need a party story.
So for my party story, you know me, I like to be prepared. So conveniently enough, do I have a video?
Oh, shit.
So we'll give you the context of this.
Okay.
So this is back in college. I went to the University of Missouri. And when I was a senior, I was living in this place called the J Slums. Slums was being nice about the way that it looked. Like, bro, when we were moving in, I was like, how is this place like the foundation's still in place? Because it's from like the 70s or the 80s is when it was built or something. Like it's a bit older, and it's like when college kids are going it through there, you know, every day, every year. It's it got real gross real quick.
Yeah.
So the way that the building was set up is there's 3 different levels, and there's 2 buildings right next to each other. Okay. And we were all cool with like all of our neighbors. We were all
This sound like one of them buildings where like if you don't wear shower shoes, you can get hepatitis B.
Well, I mean, we had showers in our own place, but I was always wearing flip-flops in my house at that place. It was fucking terrible. So in our laundry room, there's this like extra closet door, and we ended up breaking into there and seeing this completely wide open, like just space. And we were like, oh, this is fucking dope. So at the end of every semester, Mizzou has stop day, which is where classes end. You can't turn anything else in. So like everyone goes and drinks and parties, whatever. So we decided we were going to throw a party split between all 12 like units of 3. So what is that? 36 people. We all pitched in like $20, and then, you know,
$20 is a lot in college.
Right. And then, I mean, especially with 36 people. And then, I mean, I'm not going to name names, but there were a few people within the building that were entrepreneurs, I guess, of different flowers.
This nigga said entrepreneurs. Things. Yeah, that's a polite way to say drug dealer.
And so they all kicked in a little extra and just like kind of helped take it to the next level. We ended up having 5 kegs and 4 bottles or like handles of vodka, I think.
Wow.
4 or 5, something like a decent amount.
That's a lot of alcohol.
And just like, you know, sent out Facebook requests, because, you know, Facebook was still in back in the day when I was in college. And we're just like, I don't know what to expect, but we've got 5 kegs, so I know we're at least getting drunk. Exactly. One of the guys ended up having a friend who's a DJ, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm really trying to do this like full time for my career and shit and like whatever. And so he's like, can I please do this? And we're like, oh, I guess you can control the music the whole time for the party. That's the fucking worst part about a party is like having to control the music.
There's some people that are really good at that. Like Arthur's really good at that shit. Like Arthur knows how to take over the aux. I just get annoyed after a while. Like I don't want
to keep having to sit there and
it's hard to like think of what to play when you're supposed to play it. Like it's like a lot of pressure. And then it's like you don't want to fuck the vibe up, so you don't want to like play the wrong song or whatever. And then people looking at you like, why did you just play that shit? And
dude, the worst is when someone's like, all right, who's on the aux? You're just like,
that's so disrespectful when somebody goes, who's on the aux? Because then everybody looks at the nigga that is, and he's just like, what, man? I like this song. Like, because at that point, you got to kind of defend it because, like, you played it. So you have to, like, play it off and be like, I like this song, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't just be like a bitch and just change it. Like, you kind of have to plead your case a little bit.
Oh, what? You don't fuck with Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You? But yeah, we even had, like, a flyer. We'll get these to Kate so she can slap them in the bottom.
That's so funny. This shit was called Hooch
like
Fest.
Hooch Fest. Oh, I didn't even give you the reason that we decided to call it Hooch Fest is because someone who lived in the building, turns out their like aunt lived in the building like in the 80s or something like that, like way back in the day. Yeah. She was also surprised to hear that it was still like up and running. Yeah. She's like, oh, do they still do Hooch Fest? And we were like, we have no clue what the fuck that is. And she was like, oh, every year like those houses would like throw a party and like call it Hooch Fest and, you know, whatever. And like, we had never heard of it. And so we were like, we're bringing that back.
Wow, y'all brought back a little tradition.
Yeah. And let's see. So I was asking my friends if they had any like, cause this is 2016. Okay. So I was asking friends if they had any pictures or videos of it. And this was the only picture that my friends could had, and I was like, "That is a fucking terrible picture." I was
that's awful.
I was like, "That shows you whatever." But I did find my Snapchat story I was able to save from that night.
Oh my god!
To give a little, and it was unfortunate because I ended up getting really drunk and not showing the whole thing.
That was like, back when you could have people make the Snapchat graphics for your own shit. I remember everybody was doing that in college.
And we had it for our party because we were like, "Oh, it's for like an educational group or whatever." Mm-hmm. That one's not really part of it, but I'll show you anyways. That's funny as hell.
Hooch Fest. So how many casualties did Hooch Fest have? Did everybody survive?
I am not lying to you when I tell you at about 4:30 a.m. my door gets flung open. Bro, can I use your car? Why? It's 4. Someone just slit their wrist on a bottle of Captain in the parking lot. Oh, and there was blood everywhere. And they're like, we don't want to call an ambulance. I was like, I've got work at 8 a.m. I can't deal with this, but here's my keys or whatever. Dude had like one of those casts that like is, you know, if something wrapped around his pinky, like stabilize it and then all the way up to like here. And he was like in a sling for like 4 months after that.
Yo.
And it's like,
how did he cut himself with a Captain Morgan bottle?
I think it might have been broken already on the ground and he was like sitting on the curb and he was like telling some story, doing something, and his like arm motion like went down and just all the way down.
Oh, that hurts. That makes me cringe just hearing that shit.
Dude,
I bet that nigga ain't drank whiskey since.
Yeah.
God damn. Ooh.
I was like, oh, here's also the after, like, it was so big. The entire back parking lot of our place was like absolutely like standing room only on top of the like little basement area that I showed you.
Y'all had people outside.
The only good thing I did get was like the after party the next morning as I was walking in, because turns out I didn't have work at 8 a.m. It was at noon, and I went in at 8 a.m. after I was drunk as fuck. Damn. That was salty. But so here we go. We had to buy a porta potty for the place, but it was like that entire parking lot was just like people just standing around and shit. My God. But night was fucking crazy. A dog got peed on.
Wait, a dog got peed on? Shouldn't the dog be peeing on?
You know, you'd think.
Who R. Kelly the dog?
Yeah, who R. Kelly the some drunk dude was like, I knew who he was, never talked to the guy, but one of the neighbors, he had just a small little like I couldn't even tell you the name of the dog. Super adorable though, but she was like out there running around. Thank God it was before the glass was broken down there because that shit was fucked. But she was running around and some dude was just drunk and like, oh, I'm gonna start peeing, and like whips out in the middle of this packed ass parking lot and just like, he wasn't chasing the dog, but he wasn't like not trying to miss the dog. So
that's animal cruelty, man.
You're telling me? Well, he was escorted out shortly after.
Yeah, no,
but also it was like an outdoor thing, so it's just like, just go stand away from people.
Get
like,
away from
you
them,
know.
like, why would you pee on a dog? Like that's oh my god.
Another person who's probably not drinking whiskey since.
I hope not. He don't need to drink ever.
Yeah.
Man. If drinking make you do some shit like that, you just need to stop. That's stupid. Peeing on K9s. What's wrong with you?
So that shit was wild. We were all like bitching at the guy who's like, dude, we're getting a porta potty and like we're all gonna pay for it. And we're like, that's so fucking stupid. Like every unit has a bathroom. And the next day when like you see all that shit just scattered everywhere and like the porta potty was just like gross as fuck. We were like, thank God that is not our like actual bathrooms. We have to like walk in to get clean. Like that'd be fucked. So that shit was crazy. One of the like wildest parties I've ever been to, just like with where I was in my life, like as a 22-year-old, when you throw like 400 plus person party, like
400.
Dude, I'm telling you, that entire parking lot, it was shoulder to shoulder down there, in that basement that we broke into.
Yeah.
And then like people were going like through the different like houses and stuff too, like units for just areas to hang out. So
that's lit.
It was wild. I had quite the time. At that time, I was walking around with a cane.
You're walking around with a cane. Why were you doing that?
It was, I fucked up my foot. I wasn't just being like, I'm gonna make a new style of choice.
Okay. I was like, was it a bit or
no?
You were actually injured.
Yeah, no, I got really drunk like the weekend before and like fell off a curb and my ankle was like, so. You know me, I gotta be like, all right, I'm not going to the hospital. We're just gonna just power through this. Then someone's like, the people I worked with, he was like way older. And he was like, oh, I've got a cane at home if you want to borrow that. I was like, that's making me feel old, but I'll still fucking take it.
Nah, it's always funny hearing about drunk injuries, bro. Because like I had one friend, she was telling me about how like she and another friend were walking home drunk from like a party, right? And the dude kind of tripped a little bit. And he was like, oh, my foot, it hurts. And she's like, stop being a bitch. Like, just let's come on. He's like, no, like my foot really hurts. And like she just kept making him walk. They walked for like a mile. And then the next day, homeboy found out like he like tore his Achilles and broke his foot. And no, he broke his femur, I think, or some shit like that. And it just like it shattered. So like it went down his foot. And so she made him walk like a couple miles on a shattered femur. And because she just thought he was being a bitch. So hey. That's those drunk injuries.
Don't take that lightly.
Yeah, man. Like if you feel like you hurt, stop.
Especially if you're like drunk on a different level and it gets through your mind where you're like, I think I'm maybe seriously injured. Mm-hmm. Like fucking listen to yourself. Mm-hmm. My God.
Yeah, that's funny.
Fucking walking around on broken ACL and patella and whatever nonsense what's going on.
So what was it like, navigating the party on a cane?
It was the best talking piece, like to start up with just random people, whatever. Cause like, it wasn't just like some just old piece of shit, like wooden cane. It was like, he told me it was like a cane he wore or took to like prom or something like that. And it was like decked the fuck out. It was like black at the top and then it was like black and white checkered all the way down and shit. Like it wasn't your everyday cane. So like, it was great to walk around with. And plus like, dude, when people see you walking around with like something that you need help to get around with, the wave that just opens for you in a shoulder to shoulder party is amazing.
Yeah.
So honestly, if you're ever going to a big party in the future and you're like, I don't want to deal with that, like bring a cane, a walker, you could have a cup holder in that, you know.
Just practice your limp so that way you don't get, you don't get in trouble. Yeah, don't be like those people that get the what are the things, the little what are they called at Walmart?
Oh, dude, the little ride around cart with the basket or whatever.
Ride around cart. The people that can walk would be in them little ride around carts and shit. Nah,
I don't want to walk to the other side of Walmart.
Exactly.
Like, you probably.
I've definitely seen somebody like one of the workers like, I know you can walk. I saw you come in and walk. They were like yelling at each other, and the lady was like, I can't walk. And so he pushed it from under her.
Oh.
He like pushed it from under her, and she like jumped up on her feet so she wouldn't fall. He was like, "See, got you." I was like, "Yo, I need to get out this Walmart."
Bro, what if she couldn't though, and then he just attacks?
It's small town Mississippi. He probably knew her. That's just Mississippi, bro.
Yeah, in those small towns, sometimes all you got to do is just go fuck around at Walmart, see how long it takes before you get kicked out right around the carts or whatever.
Yeah.
Classic.
Right. So you got to see the Kanye Drake concert. We did the rewatch thing here.
Mm-hmm.
What was like your overall like opinion of the Free Larry Hoover concert that didn't free Larry Hoover?
Yeah, he's still in it. So I guess their objective of the concert was not a success. But I mean but they like, I mean, I had told you when we were watching it, it was like, it just kind of made it feel even more like the whole Drake and Kanye shit was just like super staged.
You think so?
And like, it kind of feels like it.
Yeah.
Like, I could totally see that. I mean, have you ever known either one of them to be drama queens?
Kanye and Drake, drama queens? No.
But I mean, fuck, you said it best that like Kanye was a comedian going in there to like fucking like push out his hour and just go hard, and then Drake was like, "Oh, I'm dropping in to just try 20 minutes,
work on some new material." Nah, everybody was kind of saying like Drake's set was whack and all this kind of stuff. I don't think so, because I think as an artist, people don't know your motivations or why you're doing certain things. Mm-hmm. I think Drake did a set of mostly new stuff out of like, it was like kind of I feel it was like kind of like a respect thing, because he was a special guest. It was Kanye's night. And I think, and not saying like if Drake did certain songs, he would have just like took the shine or whatever. Because me personally, I think Kanye has a better discography. But I just think, I think Drake did just newer stuff, because like it wasn't about him. And like that night was like Kanye's moment. Like this dude, 20-year career, and he finally had his moment to like have his flowers given to him in front of this huge audience and stuff like that. So I feel like Drake was kind of like the sprinkles on top, and it was like Kanye's night. It was just kind of like out of respect, because like even like he started his set covering one of Kanye's songs, and I feel like Drake's set was kind of like a homage, or like thank you for inspiring me type thing, because like he younger in his career. I mean, he even said it up there. He's like, Kanye is one of his idols and stuff. So it's like for everybody being like Drake was whack and Kanye washed him, or Kanye set him up. Like, I don't think that was it at all. Like, I just feel like the nigga did a certain set for that thing, because it wasn't his show. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then also, Drake don't owe you LA niggas shit, but after how you treated him at Camp Flognaw. If I was Drake, I wouldn't do shit for y'all. All these college kids out here in LA, y'all are pieces of shit, man. Gonna treat Drake like that and boo him at Camp Flognaw, bro. That was crazy.
What was the reason they did that? Was just to be a dick, or
they wanted Frank Ocean.
Oh,
and I get it. Yeah. I guess if you think all week you were gonna get Frank Ocean and then Drake comes out, but like the consolation prize is the biggest artist in the world that you can't afford to go see, and you just got to see him for a festival price. Like, grow up. But it was like, and then Tyler even said it was like, nigga, nobody told y'all Frank Ocean was coming to this thing. That was y'all that built that whole rumor up and all this kind of stuff. Frank be chilling. He don't want to perform.
He's good.
He's good.
He's got more than enough money.
So
he doesn't need your tour.
So like I get it. Like, honestly, if I was Drake, I wouldn't even do no show in LA, bro. Like he don't owe LA shit after the way they did him at Camp Flognaw. Mm-hmm. I just thought that them just doing that was just legendary on its own. But then it was actually an amazing show, just from like the theatrics with the smoke,
bro.
And
that
like
stage and just all the smoke almost constantly, and just like you said after we watched that rewatch, you were like, they're gonna win an Emmy for this.
Yes,
absolutely.
They will definitely win. Like, I will put that in stone now. They will win the 2022 Emmy for live variety special, because if you look at the nominees for that shit, it's the Super Bowl halftime show gets nominated every year. that's better. And it's like the Tony Awards, the Oscars, and I think like a couple years ago, Stephen Colbert won something. And then like when they did the live sitcom shit on ABC, like it won one. It was like a live rendition of the Jeffersons is better than Kanye and Drake doing their best hits. Yeah, okay. Like Kanye and Drake are gonna win an Emmy for that shit. So that's gonna be wild to see. I wonder if they'll go on stage and like get the Emmy together. Like I really feel like this is all building up for them doing like a joint album.
Dude, that'd be so sick. But also at the same time, I feel like that's just never gonna happen.
You don't
we'll
think
get some
so?
features. No, I really feel like they're just
They'll do a single maybe.
like we'll get plenty of like singles with them on, in the future. Fingers crossed. But like, do I see them doing an album together? I don't know. Maybe some of it might be a bit of like I don't know if an ego thing is it, or just like a busy schedule thing is also it.
Because like Anderson .Paak and and then that one nigga that be doing the cocaine, they doing an album. What's that nigga name?
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, him. They doing an album. The other Silk Sonic, they're a group.
Mm-hmm.
Drake and Kanye should do it too. They start their own group called the Baby Daddies. That'd be funny as hell. Because I feel like they don't get respect as fathers.
Drake don't.
Drake does not, because he was hiding a child and shit. But nah.
I mean, it's smart when you're the biggest one of the top 20 biggest faces on the planet of the world to just be like, you don't even know my personal life that much.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I get why he was keeping it a secret. But
and Kanye on the flip side is like, hey everyone, look at my kids. Like,
because I guess what was going on was Drake was gonna reveal he had a son through this like big Adidas campaign. They run to all these Adidas commercials, and then Pusha T blew that shit up.
He said, fuck you, Adidas. I'm blowing your whole campaign up.
Bro, I would be so mad, dog. Like, not only did you put my business out, but you just stopped 4 checks, nigga. Fuck you, man. Like, I've been so bad.
I mean, at that point, does Drake still get paid for that if they've like already started going through things?
I don't know how that works.
It's not his fault that shit leaked out.
I don't know. I only have one sponsorship, and I am not hiding a child. Ease. I promise I'm not hiding any children, so you don't have to worry about me.
Gotta go get that ease.
But honestly though, me hiding a child would probably be good for the brand, because like a nigga sponsored by a weed company would probably be hiding a child. So honestly,
what are you hiding from us, Niles?
Yeah, that used to be like a running joke on the comedy scene. People would say I had a son.
Let's bring it back. 2022.
No, let's not bring that back, because
Niles has twins.
No, because that shit could happen, and I don't want that to happen.
We won't speak that into existence. You're right.
I'm celibate right now anyway, so
still on that
I've been celibate all of
quarantine.
I've been celibate all of December, so I'm gonna be celibate the rest of the year.
Good for you.
The rest of the year I'm gonna be celibate. 2021.
It's convenient that you carve out a chunk of time when you're gonna be home, that you're gonna be doing that.
Good. I'm gonna be home. I'm just be chilling, man. I'm just self-quarantine. I'm quarantining from my spirit right now, not from COVID, just from people. This is for me. Celibacy, all the rest of 2021.
Headspace gonna be right on point for next year.
Exactly, man.
Dude, this stuff is good.
I know, it's really good.
A grapefruit jalapeno in a liquor form was not what I expected. Out of a mug.
I always thought about this. What if they could sell? If Jeff Bezos, I know you listen to this podcast. Don't steal this idea, you rich motherfucker. Don't steal this idea. But what if like you could sell post-nut clarity, but in a pill? So you could take a pill and then automatically your brain is just like it is right after you nut. Oh my God. And if you could have, it'd be like the limitless pill. Like
you're about to be making the best decisions of your life.
Exactly. For 8 hours a day, you just got post-nut clarity. That would be the most productive person in the world, bro.
Bro, give me that pill and I will take that over Adderall every day of the week. Like I will be making some of the best shit you've ever seen if we get that.
That's what we do, a PNC pill.
Yeah. All right, scientists out there, not named Jeff Bezos.
Right. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, y'all don't take that shit. But we need some post-nut clarity pills. And I would write so many scripts. I ain't written a script in I don't know how long. I don't even remember the last time I wrote anything. Jesus Christ. But it's just, yeah, man. If I could just have that window right after you nut, if that could just be my brain all the time, I would be killing the game. I really feel I wouldn't be broke anymore.
So speaking of, you haven't written anything in a while.
Yeah.
While we've actually been on this podcast, we're gonna tease the fans, but boy, did we get some great news. You should clear your January schedule towards the end of the month.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. We can't tell y'all what it is, but this is about to be big and it's about to be crazy. Oh wow, I'm excited. Oh shit. That's just yeah, we're gonna have
a little teaser for y'all.
Yeah, that means we got another little project we'll be dropping later this year then. That's that's great.
We already have multiple projects lined up, and here within the last
this is
15 minutes found out about guaranteed we can do this other one.
Nice. It's cool, and I hope other artists that listen to this, I hope you've taken this last month to really think about what's your 2022 looking like going forward. And then not just artists, if you're a student, whatever you do is just plan your next year. And it's and of course nothing is gonna fall into plan exactly how you see it or whatever, but it's good to have markers and what you want to get done at a certain time and have these different things at least written down or in a calendar or just in your head, because that way you at least have something you're shooting for. So let's say you don't even do it at that point you wanted it done, but you're gonna get it finished eventually because you put forth a plan and all this kind of stuff. And so me and my friends, my crew, we've kind of planned our first 6-7 months of 2022, and I think we're gonna reap a lot of benefits from that. Really, and that's really starting with this documentary dropping next month. I'll give you the first 2 months. This documentary dropping next month, and then we're doing Basmentfest in February. So if you don't have your tickets to Basmentfest, get that shit.
Buy that shit up quick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be there too.
Yeah.
Gonna be able to turn out some content and just let y'all know what you're missing out on if you don't go.
And not just people in New York. You just live in that tri-state area, come down to Brooklyn for a weekend and party with us. It's gonna be a great time. 3 nights, 6 shows. You can buy individual tickets for individual shows, or you can buy the whole weekend pass. And we got a lot of big special guests. We're gonna be premiering some stuff. It's gonna be some really cool shit. And if you miss out on it, you're gonna be mad when you see it on the internet. So yeah, come to Basmentfest.
We were talking about it, and one thing that I love about this is not only is it your first festival and you're just fuck it, I'm gonna do it in a city I don't even live in at the moment.
Yeah.
And then you were okay, instead of just being I'm here and here's my 4 or 5 whoever guests that are coming on, you're just no, every single show you come to is going to be something completely different, something brand new. And it's that keeps it fresh. And it's just that means you should go to everyone.
Exactly.
You're going to miss out on something dope and hilarious. Fuck. Last night in the second show, Chaz just starts roasting Niles' uncle. And we were both up in the green room. So I haven't heard it back yet, but just 3 separate people came up. Arthur was first. He was dying laughing. He's bro, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And we're my God.
Chaz Carter, man, that's a funny ass dude.
You don't know what you're gonna miss out on in Basmentfest.
He's gonna be there at Basmentfest, and it's gonna be fun, man. I really because first I created Basmentfest as this platform where I just wanted to bring a lot of my LA homies that had never performed in New York City before to come to New York City and do their thing. But then it just kind of became this bigger thing. So the plan is this isn't gonna be the only one. I'm gonna do this every year in New York. So I'm really excited, and it's my birthday weekend. So
hell yeah!
Buy me a birthday gift by buying your ticket. That could be my birthday gift from you. Yeah, and the thing is, I'm gonna be entertaining you though. So it's just you still winning at the end of the day. But yeah, come to Basmentfest. It's gonna be good.
When have you ever gotten anyone a gift and then in return for that, they immediately give you a gift back?
Right. That's what comedy is, man.
What a guy.
What a guy.
So no, that's gonna be so dope. And especially being able to be there for the first one and get a ton of dope shit and being in 5 years down the road, we can look back and be damn, look where we were when we started. And now look at where we are now.
Yeah, get in on it early because I'm definitely thinking something we'll do is we'll get everybody's email. So that way, if you support this first Basement Fest, the second one, which is going to be even crazier, even bigger, maybe we could work something to where if you come to the first one, you get discounted tickets for the next Basement Fest, because we want you to come back. We want to make this a tradition. So we'll figure all that out. But New York City always comes out and supports me whenever I'm out there, so I'm not even worried about it. I know everything is going to sell out. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's already been flying through so far.
Yeah,
we were talking about.
We just locked in a tequila sponsor, so we're going to be making those little announcements soon.
Making some terrible decisions.
That's what we got to do. It's my birthday. We got to drink tequila. It's going to be fun.
Hell yeah. I'm so excited. Getting out there a couple days early so we can just deal with that and just
get everything set up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good. So, yeah, if you're in New York City, get those tickets. I am done with stand-up for the rest of 2021. So if you missed last night, then you missed it. Hopefully you don't die before next year.
You were saying that like you started that off like I'm done with stand-up for 2020.
Yeah, I mean it's 3 weeks left in the year. It's a lot of shows going on, but I will not be on any of them. I am tired.
Bro, I'm so exhausted from this weekend.
I'm very tired.
We were fucking zooming around all over the place.
We put in a lot of work these last 2 weekends
Mm-hmm.
to make this documentary for you guys, and I think you're really gonna like it. So I'm glad y'all got to meet the homie. He's the director of my documentary, man. He's been killing it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be putting some really cool stuff out beginning of the new year, and I hope you guys tune in. Thanks for tuning in to Niles Abston's Big Ass House Party. Please tune in next week. As always, it's sponsored by Ease. Use my promo code Niles35 or Niles Podcast. Get 35% off your first order. Y'all go smoke something. I'll talk to y'all next week.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me, Niles.
Of course, man.